What's good? Welcome to She Gets It Podcast. Okay, She Gets It Pod. My name is Shan. This is my podcast where I spit what I spit. Okay, hold your tits. It is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. This is episode 8, season 15. You know what's good. Y'all see the title, okay? So it's not very explicit. But at the same time, if you don't want these words in your child's vocabulary, get rid of them. Get rid of them, kids. The ones that can listen and talk back. Get rid of them, okay? Drop them off and then play somebody else's podcast. Play somebody that's not going to dip into this kind of stuff that I'm about to dip into. I'll excuse it for this moment, but then come back to me, all right? I'm going to give you some time. All right, that was enough time, okay? Now, you see the title. It says, sex is not for broke folks. Sex is not for broke folks. Folks broke for not is sex, okay? Backwards. I gave it to you, okay? And I wanted to talk about this because when you think broke folks, a lot of people think financially, okay? You ain't got no money. You don't got nowhere to live, but people be broke in other ways that people don't think about before they have the kid. And then that person is going to be left to take care of a human that you helped create for 18 plus years. And that can do some real damage. So it is your responsibility as a woman, and it is your responsibility as a man to choose better people to possibly exchange sex energy with, that if a child does come about, I feel like this person is decent enough to be in my child's life. I feel like this person is decent enough to have these character traits. I feel like this person is decent enough to learn about and get to know and also teach my child to grow into an adult human. But if any of those things are a no, and you just out here doing whatever you want, and pop goes the music because the music say pop, and you got a kid, you might find out at the wrong time that you're dealing with someone who is broke mentally, who is broke emotionally, and who is financially and emergency-wise broke. And that's what I'm talking about today. So whether you have a kid or not, this is something you need to understand, because there's a lot of people that are in relationships, friendship-wise, companion-wise, that's just my buddy for this-wise, with people who are broke mentally and they're gaslighting or they're deflecting to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. And people who are emotionally broken that make you feel like you're the crazy one and you're imagining these things and this is not happening when it is happening. It's just this person is so well trained in avoiding their shit that they're trying to make you feel like you're not seeing or feeling or seeing shit play out the way that it's playing out. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. It's going to be a good one, as always, because that's what I do. I serve you what you need. Let's get into it, because I got shit to say. This is episode 8. It's Wednesday, November 17th. So, tomorrow's Thursday. Friday's the 19th. Get your shit together. Don't say you ain't know what day it was, because if you was listening to She Gets It, I always tell y'all what day it is, because I want to keep y'all on track. Let's get into the show. If you're looking for a hoodie, sweatshirt, t-shirt, coffee mug, mask, check out She Gets It Shop with Teespring. She Gets It shop with Teespring. I got merch on there. All right, y'all. Have a ball, okay? Prices ain't crazy. I know people want to make money, but at the same time, most of this merch shit is the same shit, and people just really hiking up the price. I'm gonna keep it all the way G with you. All right, back to the show. Let's talk about people who are broke mentally, okay? Now, this can be their fault, or it can be just by happenstance, or it can be they just feel like ain't nothing to fix, ain't nothing wrong with me. This is how I am, and if you don't like it, fuck it. And that's cool too. And you should leave those people alone, because that's just too much energy on denying the facts. People who are broke mentally, you automatically think you're not going to win without somebody already doubting you. So you might hear people who are broke mentally say, I know I ain't shit, before you even explain something to them that they did wrong, before you even approach, or they might show you something and they automatically start discrediting themselves as not being good enough, and that screams, I don't think good things about myself, and you shouldn't either. And I'm also not trying to work on them. I'm just trying to make you feel sorry for me to accept whatever this is that I'm giving you or showing you, or I want you to accept my behavior because I just don't know no better. Shrugs. That's what that shit is. And that's somebody that's broke mentally. Now, who broke them? I don't know. That's something they need to figure out in their own therapy session, because you are not their parent, okay? If you are, go ahead and handle that with a family therapist. People who are broke mentally, they doubt all solutions. So there's nothing really that you can do for a person who is broke mentally other than to waste your breath talking to them, waste your breath helping them, waste your breath getting them out of problems, waste your breath showing them how to do something themselves, expecting them that they're going to do it next time. No, they're not. They're going to look for somebody else that did not help them the first time to help them the next time, so it could be that person's first time. Like, people who are broke mentally never feel like there's something about them that they need to fix. They put it on other people, or they just don't deal with it at all. When they keep doing repeated dumb habits, they're broke mentally. When they're not learning any lessons in life, they're broke mentally. You always in some shit. You always in a predicament where you almost did right, but then something fucked up. You always drop the ball. I try to depend on you to do this. You say you're not going to fuck up, and you fuck it up. All you had to do is go from A to B, and you fucked it up. You always trying to find the shortcut on shit that you can just do the right way and get it done and not have any issues. When people are broke mentally, this is the most irritating shit. That's why I had to take that deep sigh. They depend on you for their happiness and their peace. They depend on you for a good time. It's rare that people who are broke mentally move in a solo, responsible way. They always with a group of people. They always want to go with somebody somewhere. They always want to travel with other people. They always want to be in the mix. They always want to know what problems is going on and know what's going on down the street. Who on the block? Who all there? Like, you got so many other things to be worried about. Why you trying to be in places you don't need to be in? Why you in somebody else's shit when your shit is already fucked up? People who are broke mentally bask and bathe in the fact that, yeah, my shit is fucked up, So I'm gonna just go out here and do this anyway because my shit is already fucked up. They're not at the point where they're tired of their fucked up shit. They're swimming in it. They doing backflips in it. They comfy and cozy in it. And you just don't want to find yourself having to be around someone like that if you don't have to. You don't want to find yourself having to depend on someone like that if you don't have to. Trust me. I have some that I'm related to. I have some that I slightly have to deal with sometimes. And I have some that I have to keep on blocked because the shit, it's like a wave of shit. It's like you could talk to them. You think that, okay, I guess they hit rock bottom. You know, when people, you feel like, oh, they hit rock bottom. They understand now. I guess they're getting tired of their dumb shit. And they go right back to some dumb shit. And you don't hear from a while and they come back down. It's like a high and a low thing. I hate it. Okay. So when it comes to sex, how it ties in is you can be screwing somebody who looks good. You can be screwing somebody who's fun to be around. You could be screwing somebody who's like so good sexually. But as far as like reality and priority and real life and responsibleness, they fucking broke mentally that you can never successfully have a healthy relationship with this person because they got too much self-work to do. And when I say self-work, meaning it's not your job to fix them, it's their job to fix them, and they don't even want to fix themselves because they think they have nothing wrong with them. Broke mentally. All right. So let's talk about the obvious. Financially broke. A lot of people cannot afford to have any type of sex accidents. Sex accidents could be fucking someone who sexually is unhealthy. Maybe they have a sexual transmitted disease. Maybe they don't take care of their sexual parts. Maybe they don't know how to properly clean their body. And they don't got no goddamn insurance. So they clinic buddies. Okay? I'm at the clinic. I'm trying to see what they can give me. Okay? The free condoms that's in the bucket at the front of the clinic is usually the only condoms they use. They don't buy condoms. They try to get condoms off of people if they're going to use condoms. And it's rare that they even ask the person that they're about to fuck for condoms because it's kind of like shruggable. And if somebody doesn't ask another person that they're not in a commitment with for condoms and you just comfortable just putting your meat on meat with somebody that you just met, it says a lot about what you think about yourself. It does. And you got to think about that. If you ain't got no good insurance, you don't need to be fucking spontaneous wise. You don't. You can't afford what can happen from this fuck session. You can't afford the possibility of somebody being pregnant. A lot of people can't even afford a $52 plan B. Don't ask me how I know the exact price. I do. And depending on what state you're in, it might be $53. Let me tell you something. That plan B is way cheaper than a whole human. Okay? That plan B is way cheaper than dealing with somebody that you didn't even like in the first place. A plan B is sometimes someone's second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance. God help me chance. Okay? A plan B is sometimes the Lord's prayer at work. All right? Financially broke. If you have a kid, you can afford to take care of the kid. That's financially broke. You always asking somebody for diapers. You always asking somebody for a ride. You can't even have a baby shower because you don't have enough money to throw it. You can look at baby clothes. You don't got enough money to buy baby clothes. The price on diapers went up. The price on wipes went up. The price on formula is like $32 a can, and they go through that every 2 to 3 days. So when I say sex is not for broke people, it's not for broke people. It's not for people who are broken internally, mentally, financial, emotionally. It's just not, because a child requires a lot. Emergency type of broke, meaning you have no savings. You have no stash. You don't have Plan B money. You don't have abortion money. For those who believe in abortions, I don't believe in them shits. Okay, I am very in tune with my body. I know I don't want any more kids, so I went ahead and I had a procedure so I don't have any more kids. It's like a 1 in 1,000 chance for me to actually be able to get pregnant. But even if I did, I would catch it because I am very in tune with my body on what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a responsibility that comes with having a vagina. It's a responsibility that comes with being able to hold a human in your womb. It's a responsibility that comes with walking around with a penis. Okay? It's not just for the gawk gawk. It's not just for the hot and ready. It's not just for the back door when you're feeling spicy. It's actually for creating life and sharing energy between 2 or more people, depending on what you like. Emergency wise, if you borrowed a condom from your friend or a complete stranger, you cannot afford to have sex. If you don't have a pot to piss in, you don't pay utilities, you don't pay your own bills, you don't buy your own groceries, you living in somebody else's house, and you're not contributing, and you have no future plans for yourself, you cannot afford to have sex. If you can't pay your phone bill on time, you cannot afford to have sex. If you can't even show up for yourself in life, you cannot afford to have sex. If you can't depend on you in life, you cannot afford to have sex. So how dare you? How dare you? If you make under $18 an hour in most states, you cannot afford to have sex. You can't. It's actually disrespectful for you to be having consistent ass or dickage on a regular, and working people who have like real bills, real utilities, real insurance shit going on, and still got to pay out of pocket when they go to the doctor and can't afford to risk the dick, to risk the hot and ready punani. Like the audacity of you to have kids that you cannot afford back to back to back to back to back, and flaunt your food stamps card, and flaunt the fact that you're quietly okay with making sure you never get over 25K in a year's time in the income so you can keep that government assistance. Why don't you want more for yourself? How did you get to the point where you shrug that bringing more lives into this world that you cannot afford? What is not working properly within your psyche that you feel like that shit is okay? Because I stopped at 2. I stopped at 2. Okay? And it has no connection with me being broken or broke, because I am not broke. Okay? I am not broke mentally. I am not broke financially. But more money would be nice. I am not broke emergency wise, but more money in my emergency accounts would be nice. I am not broke emotionally. I am very intact with my emotion. But I just know that for me, more kids is not the answer. More house is the answer. More ability is the answer. More options is the answer. Better companion is the answer. But not more kids. For me. And in life, To be responsible is also about knowing your boundaries and your limits. And 2 kids biologically out of my body is enough for me. Now let's dip into the how can one be broke emotionally? You can be broke emotionally by your heart not properly healing, but you out here faking that everything is good. You piling up on the fake bad bitch energy on an unstoppable foundation. Meaning anybody that has something to say about your attitude, how you talk to people, what you do, what you say, what you wear, how it's disrespectful, how it's not appropriate. You get louder, you get more obnoxious, and you get more disgusting to them. Let me tell you something. I don't understand this whole cute agenda of being the loudest in the airport, being the loudest at a restaurant, stepping on tables, throwing drinks, breaking shit, being the most naked, proud about going to a doctor to cut up your body, but you just don't want to work out. Your face don't even look like your face. Whose face is that? Your body don't even look like your body. Whose body is that? That is not God's belly button. Who fucked up your belly button? Y'all belly buttons be all stretched out and abused. Like, come on. Y'all gonna be grandmas one day, unfortunately. Y'all gonna be old one day, and it's gonna be a commercial that comes on. Did you get a BBL between the time of 2010 and 20 such and such? Call such and such law offices to sue your motherfucking doctor because they botched your ass up. Is your ass cheek slipping? Are your arms full of rashes? Is your tit dripping? Did you develop such and such disease or cancer? You know what I'm saying? Do you have holes in your legs or your buttocks? Like, get ready. Get ready, because there's not going to be nothing to clown around with. Shout out to Molly. It used to be my motherfucking show. Like, that bad bitch mentality that y'all be toting around like a badass purse, it's not cute. You broke emotionally when you fucking just because you want to feel wanted, not because you like the person or love the person. That's a problem. That's you being broke emotionally. You are able to cut off your emotions from a physical person that also has emotions, so you can get the illusion that you feel something for that moment of that fuck, and that's good enough to you on the outside, but deep down you're fucking empty. It's like eating ice cream when you're hungry. Ma'am, sir, 15 minutes later after this, you're going to be hungry again. But you did gain a whole bunch of motherfucking calories, but it's nothing of substance for your body to really get nutrition off of. You know what I'm saying? You are broke emotionally when you don't understand what it means to build or have a healthy relationship with somebody. You broke emotionally when you don't understand the exchange of a man or a woman being nice to you because they find you interesting. You think they being nice because they want dick. You think they being nice because they want pussy. So you put the pussy up too soon for somebody that actually wanted to get to know you. And now they looking at you like, what's wrong with you? That's not what I meant. I really just wanted to go out for lunch. When I invited you over, I wasn't inviting you over to be in my bedroom naked. I was inviting you over to see this so you can paint on my wall, or to see what this apartment looks like because you said you were apartment hunting. Like, people who are broke emotionally, they automatically read people wrong, and then they make them feel like they were out of pocket for making them feel stupid. If you feel stupid because you read somebody wrong or what was being said wrong, then just say, damn, I'm sorry, I misread you. You don't have to act the ass. But this is what happens when people are emotionally broken. This is what happens when people are mentally broken. This is what happens when people are financially broke but think they can do I got money type shit, like have sex repeatedly, consistently with multiple people, or, you know, you in your 20s and you so quick to, you know, I want somebody, I want to be in a relationship, we should move in together, you can get all my insurance, I want to meet your family, I want you to meet my family, but y'all don't even know each other enough yet to know if y'all should do these things. You on legal documentation with someone you're still trying to get to know. It don't make no sense. Like, I know in America, it's not the culture to do arranged marriages, but there's some shit that happens in arranged marriages. You don't, I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say this like this because I don't want this to happen, but I will never, ever make my daughters feel comfortable enough to put a boyfriend on their motherfucking insurance because they like each other. What? What? No, ma'am. I don't set examples of my daughters making males feel comfortable to move in with a woman. I don't make examples of my daughter seeing me live with a man that's not married to me and we play house. Playing house with a man ain't it. If we ain't married, you're not living with me. Period. If you want the lifestyle of what looks like a marriage, you're going to have to be married. You want me to wash your clothes on a consistent basis, you're going to have to be married. You want to be on a insurance plan together to get multi-car discounts, multi-line discounts with a house on it, we gonna have to be married. You want me to cook for you on a consistent basis, we gonna have to be married. You want this Gawk 5000 and other shit, random shit, go ham shit on a consistent basis, we gonna have to be married. You want to be around my family consistently, we gonna have to be married. You want to have a relationship with my children, and you want me to have a relationship with your children, we gonna have to be married. Because I don't take none of that shit lightly. We set examples for our nephews and nieces to see. If you don't have kids, we set examples for our kids to see. We give our parents the example of what they did and did not do for us and how we, turned out by what we do in our adult life. Our parents are watching us. Our parents are watching who we choose, why we chose them. Some of them are being like, damn, where did I go wrong? And some of them are very proud of us. Some of them are very proud that we don't take no shit from nobody. And some of them are very disappointed at the shit that we take from people as if we're not good enough or we're not worthy enough. You know what I'm saying? There are some things that I've done that I've been disappointed in myself about as a woman that I will explain to my daughters because that's going to help them be better people. There are a lot of things that their fathers have done and not done properly that they're going to have to explain to my daughters so they can be better people, so they can pick better men when they grow up. And you can't mask that shit because I don't want my daughters to grow up and think having sex is just something regular. It ain't a big deal. I'm spazzing out. I'm making a big deal about it. I'm not making a big deal about it. It is a big deal. It is a big deal. So I just feel like some people don't make a bigger deal about it. But it is a big deal. I think men should be a bit more choosy with the women they screw. There are some brilliant, handsome men that will always only be friends of mine because they're not picky enough, in my opinion, about the woman they fuck or deal with. I don't think that they're bad people. I don't think that they're not worthy of being with a good woman, but that woman can never be me because you're not picky enough for my liking. There are some women who are comfortable with multiple men having access to them. I would never allow multiple men to still have access to me if I don't fuck with them like that. And I don't get that shit. Be pickier about your people. Be picky about people who you exchange your energy with. That's friends or companions or just sexual. Because people will leave you with their shit. And their shit doesn't always have to be physical. It could be on your mental. And you could be stagnant for years, not wanting a relationship, not, thinking you're worthy of a good relationship. They can leave you with just like questions about, was it you? And something can be completely not your problem and they made you feel like it was your problem. So now you embarrassed to do certain things with people going forward. Like, be picky about who gets to share you, have you, deal with you, be with you. Be picky. Ain't nothing wrong with being picky. Nothing. Be pickier. Okay? So, remember, sex is not for broke folks, and it doesn't always mean money. It could be mentally, emotionally, emergency-wise, and financial. Listen, everything got to be right before this responsibility. And this responsibility is having sex with people who ain't got this shit down. And once you get picky about people who ain't got this shit down, then those people who ain't taking care of their shit will want to take care of their shit because they won't have nobody to deal with. Nobody that has sense. But then, stupid but stupid pay might produce. I'm just saying. But I would just rather stupid and stupid do stupid than stupid and somebody that got some motherfucking sense that wasn't picky enough have a child with stupid or get caught up with stupid. And sometimes it's not that one person didn't know better. It's just that at that point somebody was masking a different problem by dealing with somebody that they knew was not going to go anywhere. They didn't want it to go anywhere. They just didn't want to think about that major problem that they had over there. So they just focused on this person for that time. That happens too. Some people drink a lot and that's their out. Some people fuck a whole bunch of random people and that's their out. Some people smoke a lot. Some people gamble. It's all bad habits. It's all bad decisions and bad choices. But it could be long lessons that you can avoid if you just get a bit more picky about shit. So that's my Hump Day special. It's Wednesday, y'all. Episode 8, She Gets It Pod. My name is Shan. Find me at She Gets It Pod on Stereo, Twitter, IG. She Gets It Pod at gmail.com. This episode has been brought to you by Red Circle. Red Circle is a platform that I use for my podcast. You can also find my other podcasts on Apple, Spotify, Google, Radio Public, and all those other platforms. Just put in She Gets It Pod. There are podcasts that are She Gets It. There are podcasts that got different underscores and shit on IG. That's not me. It's all She Gets It Pod, okay? And if it ain't red or yellow, it ain't me. Because those are my two favorite colors. I don't have one favorite color. I like ketchup and mustard. Okay? Hit me. Check out Friday. Bye.